Hello there. Today's another exciting video because I'm about to get back on my bike. I'm going to ride down to my house, my new house, and I'm going to show you something in the garage. So, here we are back in my shed, and I'm quite nervous actually. You ready? Here we go. But yes, this is the bike. Ladies and gents, it is a different day. In fact, it's been a few days since I last recorded because I've had uni stuff and things to do. Engine's still here. I haven't got that off to Chris yet, but yeah, let's uncover her, and she should still be in the same condition as we left her, I hope. And she's still looking dead sexy. Look at that. Oh, I do love this bike. Alright. What needs to happen now is... what needs to happen now is I need to strip the entire thing down and start from the ground up. But first thing I want to do is I just want to take off this rear end. In fact, let me move you around a bit. Right. What I want to do is I want to take off this rear end, the mudguard, the oil tank, the back half. Right, swing arm everything, suspension, swing arm everything. And I want to put on the hardtail and then stick the wheel back on, because I want to see what kind of rake I'm going to get. What kind of positioning I'm feeling that, excuse me, the position of the wheel is going to be roughly the same, but I think it's just going to give me a little bit of a lean. Excuse me. It's just going to give me a little bit of a lean. And I want to see that before I rip it apart and do all that. But yeah, I'm also going to be taking photographs because I want to know how all this goes back together in the end. So yeah, let's get on with that then. Yeah, so the kind of thing I'm going to be doing is every time, I'm going to get it into my head that every time I see a part and I think, right, I want to take that off, I'm going to switch on my camera, take a photo of it, and then I have a reference of how to put it back on. Right? And I'm going to do that with every part I take off. I know it's going to be a lot of faff, but you don't have to watch that, that's just something for me. Yeah, and we need to do something about this back wheel because it is rusty and crusty. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very, very fun. And the thing about it is I get to use my old tools as well, which you know I love using. This spanner I've got in my hands over 100 years old. I love that. Bloody hell, that's tight. There we go. Oh shit. There we go. Get off. Bloody hell, get off. There we are. and bolt goes back on. Same with that one, so I do not lose any of the bolts. There we are, and that goes into the parts bucket. Easy as. As you can see, the back wheel spins freely because there's no pressure on this back wheel due to the centre stand. I'm going to leave the centre stand on for now, and I'm going to take the shockers off. Yeah, sorry, just thinking about it first. I'm taking the shockers off, and then everything else should be in reach. I can take the wheel. Oh, I can take the wheel off first, actually. Then the shockers, and then this entire back half should just unbolt and come off. Should, from what I'm looking at. There's probably Triumph owners and people who have messed with these bikes that are screaming at me right now, but oh, that was just there to keep up the centre stand. There's no spring on it at the moment. But yeah, let's get the back end off, eh? Definite. Right then, 2 very big sockets going on the back wheel now. There we go. Oh, they have been oiled. Threads are good. Yeah, threads are good. Now these, thankfully, are finger tight. Let me just take a photo of that before I do anything else. Why am I stood up when I can sit down? Silly Matthew. So yeah, second one is off. So the wheel should just pull out now. He says, and there it goes. Oh, would you look at that? There it goes. I'm going to take off the rear mudguard as well, because that, even though it's not in great shape, I don't want it damaged. So yeah, let's do that. So it is 1 bolt here, which is going to have to be a spanner, I'm afraid. Just loosened it with a spanner, now I can get it with my thumb. He says. Ah, that's why. And then same with this one. Got a feeling this one's going to need a little bonk from a hammer. So, hammer. Bonk. And there is the rear mudguard. Now, whoever's had this before, it looks like they've spray painted over rust, so the rust has come back through the paint. Maybe, not sure, but that's what it's looking like. Put that bolt back on there. Put this somewhere safe. It's in good nick though. It is in good nick. So now it should be a case of 2 bolts each side that way, bolt there, and the swing arm bolts. Should be. Should be. Let's see. So this is getting the bolts out of the rear rotor frame here. Ooh. They are coming. And that will go towards putting the rear frame on. Yeah, nice. Coming off okay. Oh, now it's spinning. So, get a wrench to one side. It does feel right using older tools on this thing, because if I were to get out my drills and my pneumatic wrench and stuff like that, it'd just be wrong. I just like having a chance to use the old tools. Washers, keep everything in order. That one's been painted while it's on the frame, so that is now away from the frame. Right, let's do the other side. So these are the bolts for the bottom of the shocks. If I take these off, that means this top rail here, the seat rail, will come away nicely. This will be left behind because on these bolts here, on the bottom cross member, they've got like a little crush washer. How do you call it? A crush washer, where you bend it round the nut. I don't know what to call that. Is it crush washer? Split washer? Basically, it's a washer. You screw in the nut and then you bend the washer around the nut to keep it in place. I've forgotten the name for it, I do apologise. My terminology will get better as this project goes along. But yeah, we're going to take these bolts out so the swing arm can swing free. That's what we're going to do right now. But priorities, first thing we're going to do is crack open a beer, because it is bloody warm tonight. It's like 35 degrees at night. Ridiculous temperatures lately. But cheers anyway. Oh yes. Oh, having beer and messing with bikes. I couldn't be any more of a man than I am right now. Anyway, let's get this out. Oh, there we go. The washer. These will be going back in order. Just right now I need to get them out of the way. Some of these bolts though. Now, if I'm right, that swing arm should swing free now. Ah, they're jammed in. Ow. And that one as well. There we go. So there we go. That is now swung free. So we'll get the top bolt out and this top section should come off. Is it that one? That's the one. There. It's alright, I'm smacking the tank with a rubber end, it's okay. There we go. Washers off. Does that need to be unscrewed? I need to punch that out. There you punch. Where are my punches? There they are. Hammer and punch. I think I might need to. Yeah. Just like that. I've got a feeling it's all going to come crashing down, so I'm just going to put them back in. There we go. Now this should just lift away now. Oh. And it does. And the bike nearly fell over. Oh God. There we go. It's lifted away. So that is that. Now, if I turn this wheel, the bike runs a risk of falling over, so I want to pin that wheel in place. Okie dokie, before I even tackle that. Now then, you can see here, I think you can see it on the camera there. Behind this bolt there is a washer, and this washer is made of soft metal. And what you have to do is you have to get behind the washer and bend it back into shape, and then you can undo the bolt. These are designed obviously to keep the bolt in place. I'm only speaking like this in case there's anybody out there that doesn't know mechanics. Like I said before, I am one of them. So please take everything I say with a pinch of salt, and I am not going to know everything. I'm a very keen, when it comes to mechanics, I'm a very keen amateur. But yeah, we need to get behind that, bend it back into shape, and then I can undo that bolt. Just so you know, this is an old screwdriver. I'm not very bothered about the screwdriver. I'll just get that bent halfway decent, then I can get a punch on it. And there you go. Now we can undo the bolt. So now we've got that washer out of the way. Should just, there we go, should just come off like that. Oops. And I've had to do this on the other side as well. And that should just come off. Come on. That's a long thread. There we go, we're off. So pull away that. This should come out like that. And that just falls away. Brilliant. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything back where it was. So again, nothing's forgotten, nothing's lost. Put that back on that way. There we go. So, right, that is all the old back end off. The swing arm and the seat rest and everything, that is all off. So now it's just a case of bolting on the hardtail. Oh, this is exciting. This is very exciting. Let's get that done. So here we have it. We are putting on the hardtail. Now, the hardtail is going to interfere with these bolts here, but I think just for now, it's just a mock-up, so I'm not too bothered about that. Ooh, now then. So I think we're going to have to do a bit of adjusting on that hardtail just to get it in. 2 very large steel poles on there and on there, and I need literally a mil, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a flex like that. And hopefully, absolutely perfect, absolutely perfect. I'll even show you. See that now, slips on. It's almost an interference fit, that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, I'll get the bolts in. There we go. Wow, she's longer. She's a hell of a lot longer. The wheel was here. And I know there's like 3 inches to move that way, but the wheel was here. Wow, that's made it a long bike. I like that. That's really cool. Okay then. Let's get it bolted in. That as these videos go along, my camera angles and that will be better, because right now I'm blocking the shot, aren't I? But yeah, so we're only mocking this up, so I'm not going to tighten all the bolts down, but I am going to just get them in like that and then do the same on the other side, and then we'll think about getting the back wheel on. Yeah, we've got the back end on now. So this is the hardtail, it's all bolted in. I've left the centre stand on just until we get it all together properly, because at the moment it's the only way I can keep the bike stood up. She's a bit longer now. She is a bit longer now. I didn't realise that because the old back end, the middle of the wheel was about there. Sorry, can't you see that? The middle of the wheel was about there. We have got a good 6 to 8 inches in length. Plus, when I put the wheel on now, she's going to be sat lower down at the back. And she's going to have an upward rake. And she's going to look sexy as shit, man. Yeah, she's going to look really good. I'm even more excited now. This is amazing. Exciting for me. But yeah, I want to get the back wheel on now, and then we're going to see how she looks with that. But I'm going to have to pull the bike forward, because if I put the back wheel on now, she's going to be hanging off the edge of the table. Yeah, I'm going to pull her forward, get the back wheel on, see how she looks. There's a plan. Now, I've put the tank back on her, just to give myself an idea of what the bike might look like in the future. I've put the mudguard in place, which is not going to be there, but it's so I can put the saddle where it should be. And she looks fit. Look, I know for people who don't know bikes, it's not going to look like much, but look at that. Look at that. Now obviously the saddle will sit up a little bit like that. But yeah. And I'm going to do other things. I mean, she's going to have ape hangers hopefully, and obviously these will be covered, and she'll all be black framed. I don't know what colour the bike's going to be yet, because until I get the documents I don't actually know if this is the colour it was, because it's a bit of a Bitzer bike, so these could be from a different bike. just to make up a package to sell, if you know what I mean. So that could be completely different. So I think next thing on the agenda is getting the engine to Chris, letting him sort through that. Like I said before, he knows all the little nuances ins and outs of these engines, so he's the perfect lad to do this. I could do it myself, but I'd make an ash of it. If you want to know how to strip these down and put them back together, there are endless videos on YouTube how to do it, and I think Chris is just the best bloke to do it rather than me. But yeah, there she is. This is the start of a new project. I promise that these videos hopefully will get better. The camera angles and everything will get better. The shed will be tidy. The shed will be tidier, hopefully, every time you see see videos like this. But yeah, it's the start of something. Might not look good right now, but it's the start of something. And I can't even speak. I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to end this video right here. And please like, share and subscribe. If you want to see more build videos, I will get more into it. I will get like fabricating and stuff like that. I will get more into it. This is just a little mock-up, mess about kind of thing, and introduce you to the new bike. I am planning, as of videoing this, I am planning in a couple of days to be on this bike and away for another calf that I want to go to. But yeah, please like, share and subscribe. I've said that already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.